All right, new tonight here on The Current, one Bettendorf man turned a personal tribute into a community-wide effort. One of John Morrow's former students raised more than $10,000 through his 100 Days of Morrow challenge, honoring the life and legacy of the martial arts instructor. That student, Evin Ersan, joins us now to talk about the challenge, the fundraiser, and the impact his mentor continues to have on the community years later. Evin, thanks so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me here.
Absolutely. So we want to start with asking you, who was John Morrow to you?
John Morrow was like a father figure to me. I started with him around 6 years old and went all throughout the belts from white all the way up to purple before I had to go off to college. But even after I left the dojo because of school, I always came back and did lunches with him. He was a mentor in more ways than one.
Yeah, it seems like you guys had a pretty strong personal connection there.
Absolutely. He was a legend.
And so, why did you decide to do this challenge?
Well, John Morrow was the pioneer of fitness challenges in the Quad Cities, Push-Ups for Peace, many other initiatives that he did, raising thousands for charities, children's hunger, etc. And so I thought, with him passing away, I should do the same thing for him because that's what he would have wanted.
It seems like you definitely would have appreciated that. Absolutely. And, when did you realize that this was becoming, a lot bigger than you expected initially?
Well, it was kind of a heat-of-the-moment decision. I said, I want to do this, and I got started, and within the first couple days, it started immediately getting traction. So I modified the challenge and basically said, okay, we're going to go for the gold here and try and actually fundraise so we can give that money to the dojo to continue that legacy that John created from day one.
Yeah, and so what's, been the community feedback that you've heard from everybody?
Community feedback has been great. I mean, some people doing their own versions of the challenge, whether it's like 100 days of walking or 100 days of eating right, it really is what you make of it. And it's all about staying physically fit. And by staying physically fit, your mindset, your spirituality, your closeness with your community improves.
Yeah, is there any personal lessons from John that, you still carry with you day to day?
Never give up and always keep moving forward no matter what happens. There's times in life where we have adversity, but John was a man, even with his cancer, he was still doing charity initiatives. I mean, this guy was superhuman. So if I can embody at least 1% of that, I will have done my job. So never give up, always move forward and keep going.
Yeah, and going off of that, you obviously had a lot of experience with him in the dojo and everything like that. What kind of personal lessons did you take away from working with him for so long?
Absolutely. Well, in the dojo, we did a couple different things. We did forms, we did sparring, we did tournaments, and so all of that kind of came together to shape many lessons. One with the forms was discipline. Sparring was, control, but also being able to pinpoint weaknesses within your opponents. And really, it was about a self-confidence initiative. A lot of these people who come to the dojo, they have some issues, whether it's substance abuse or maybe they were bullied. And martial arts allows them to come out of that and be a better person overall.
Yeah, and it seems like, a lot of the work you guys did may have been, physical in terms of, sparring and everything like that. But, you talk a little bit about all the mental work that, went into that and all the lessons that you took away, to kind of describe the experience there.
Yeah, I mean, the physical, we would do push-ups, we would do them indoors, we do them outdoors on concrete. And so John was really about hardening the body, which hardens the mind. And so that was all about it. So we did all that different things. And in light of that, when you come out of that, you realize, wait, I thought I could only do this, this, and this, and now I can do that. And that's incredible. You can improve yourself. So it's amazing.
Right. And if you could say, one thing to John right now, what would it be?
So many things, but one thing I would say is your legacy will never die, and us, the students, will carry that on forever. So thank you for everything.
Absolutely, yeah. And what do people hope, what do you hope people remember most about him?
What I hope people remember most about him is that he was just one person, but look at the impact he made. I mean, he has tons of trophies, decorations, helping people all over the Quad Cities. That's one person, and so in a sea of billions of people, one man can really do a lot, one man or woman or anybody. So if you're feeling insignificant, don't feel that, because we can all be a John Morrow in our own way, shape, or form.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's kind of the future of this achievement that you've made here?
Well, the future of this achievement is this is only the beginning. As much as we finish this challenge now, there's tons of other projects that I'm hoping to work on, continue to carry on his legacy, not just within martial arts, but other things too. Maybe one day I'll be back on there talking about those challenges or different things that I'll be doing, but I'm looking forward to it. So this is only the beginning, and we're here to stay.
Yeah, and talk to me a little bit about all the money that you guys have raised so far.
Yeah, that was a variety of different people that contributed to that. So I made my own personal contribution, but I also started an online community during COVID because we couldn't really get outdoors, and we grew it to 1,700 people, and all those people from around the world sent in donations. I also worked with Foster's Outriders. They're an American civic engagement group that focuses on patriotic initiatives. John was a huge patriot for our country, and they also partnered with me on this charitable contribution to the dojo. So it was really all different people, and the greatest part was none of these people, or at least the vast majority of those donations, were from people who didn't know John. And it was through either my videos of each day of the challenge or from me talking about my experiences with him that set his message alight and go even further than really we ever thought it could. It was amazing.
Yeah, very amazing for sure. If there's any kind of a message that you would want to give to the people that have, donated so far, what would that be?
The best is yet to come. There's more we can do. There's more fundraising we can do for different good causes, and I'm here to stay on that. And maybe I'll be back in here one day talking about that, but it'll be really fun and exciting. There's different things, and there's countless things we can do to help each other and also make the world a better place, and I will be here to do that now and always.
Absolutely, Evan. Well, we really appreciate you making the time to speak with
Harrison.
us today and sharing this incredible message. All right, and if you want to share this story, you can find our online version up at WQAD.com under the As Seen on TV tab at the top of the homepage. And